Hello everybody, Arshane here to tell you about a game that I am working on and actually have finished making. So, you see this game here? Dungame. If you want to download it, there will be a link to my Discord in the description below, which has a download ready. You're going to need a version of Python to run it. Like how Minecraft needs Java, this needs Python. So, yeah. Essentially, what this game is it is a dungeon crawl that's a bit text-based because, I don't really want to be too graphically intensive. I don't know. So, anyway, here we go. So, it's filled with a whole bunch of Easter eggs. Like, for example, if you type in anything when you start, because it says type anything to start, it gives you really as a response. So, you are hero, just your average Joe, and that was until you got a call from King Frederick the Kind, who tasked you, out of all people, to enter the dungeon of Penguinaria and retrieve the legendary chalice of Penguinaria, so they can rule the world and the gods. Kind of a suspicious character, but we'll get to that. So, I've added a whole bunch of lore to this game as well if you want to try to explore that, although it's here, and then if there's 4 endings to the game, actually, if you want to try to get any of those. So yeah, here's the instruction manual. We'll come up after the select class menu, where you can see I have 4 classes. The mage is really helpful on floors later than 1, because they now can cast Fireball, because yes, I do have leveling system and items, and here we go. It's going to go with the basic gladiator. And here's some of the rules for the game. Some of them are cut off because I'm only recording part of the screen, so I'm just going to continue. Anyway, so the controls are W, A, S, D, and you press enter after each control is entered. So I'm going to move that up a bit so you can see everything. Here we go. Going to do an attack because, as you can see right here, like Pokemon, you have a list of attacks. Or actually not really a list quite yet because I haven't leveled up yet. So I do that, I get XP, that's combat. Now, there's also these chests, which when you pop open, you can see what they do. That's a cursed artifact, and therefore I've lost a max HP. Which sucks. There's also food, which I will get to in a second, when I win a few more fights. That was a level up, pretty epic. I now have Firebolt, which is a magical spell that deals damage equal to my magic, which is 1, so I will not be using that for now. Now, it's essentially a dungeon crawl, and at floor 20, you can start to get the Chalice of Penguinaria. So, after this combat, I'm going to show you what food does, because it is quintessential. I have 6 HP. You notice it doesn't regen no matter how much I move around the screen, because that's me. And then press W, press enter. Then, how the basic controls work. So, and if you just spam enter, it doesn't break the game, thankfully. I have programmed it to be almost bug-proof, but if you find any, please send me a DM. And here we go. Time to type food. So, you can also see, in the type food to heal, you type food, you heal. So you also get 1 food per level, and we're advancing into the dungeon. So, here we go. This is actually just like a alpha release because I wanted to show what I was working on. And unfortunately, I think the enemy crit there. Yeah, they did. Because enemies can crit, you can crit, anyone can crit. And I believe anyone could probably beat that score in like 1 or 2 attempts. I'm going to try out a different class for now as I continue to explain the game. So it has 100 loot items, which are really cool. And I'm getting very unlucky, actually. This is very unfortunate. And food is on a D8, which means you roll 1 through 8, and that's your healing plus your level, so it does scale with you. And yeah, this is Dungame. So if you're interested, as I said, link in the description below. And if you're wondering how this was coded, there's also a link to a video by Python Penguin, which is me, an alt account where I do programming. And Python Penguin is a channel that just goes over programming, and it's going to tell you how this game was in fact made, or at least what the idea behind it was. So, actually, if I type stat, you can see that accuracy is used for crit chance, which you do not see, but that's there. And evasion is used for dodging. Since Rogue has +5 to accuracy, I'm probably not going to miss anything, and I may get a few more criticals than any other group. Because yes, you can indeed get criticals. That's a gem that makes you feel more accurate. Backpack filled with magic gives you more magic, as you can see its description right here, because that's your last item acquired. And just gonna quickly run through this. Actually, I'm gonna switch over to magic because I have 4 magic damage. I think I can get pretty far with this run, so I'm gonna cut and see if I can show you some of the multiple attacks, because I have attacks up to level 30, and then by that point, you should just be able to escape the dungeon. So there's also a chance that a chest will become a mimic. So as you can see, in this one, I ran into a chest. It became a mimic, which are hard enemies. So I'm probably gonna die here unless I can run. Running is a feature, and wasn't able to do it because it is based off your evasion chance. So, just gonna quickly go to the new item, and I'll show you what it does. Alright, there it is. So you can also see last dealt damage there, but now we have a flaming sword. Press that button for damage, and bada bing, bada boom, we've won that fight. As we did 36 damage, as that is my magic plus my damage, and have high stats in both, so it should just work. Also, that was a crit, meaning that's double damage. Because crits are a thing, and as a rogue, since I chose the gladiator, but I got things that made me like a rogue. So cool things about the items and stuff, they get progressively better, and after a certain point, it gets to be like a snowball effect, because enemies are incremental based on the floor that you're on. So yeah. Anyway, here we go. I'm on level 5, and try to beat that score. Send it to me right here. Just like take a snippet of that in Discord or something else, and that would be really cool if you can beat my 4 to 5 level 6 score. So with that, I'm gonna say RPG Penguin out.